The coast and people. The coast is a dynamic environment where the land meets the sea, and it is an area of great importance to people for various reasons. However, managing and protecting coastal areas is a complex and often contentious issue, as it involves balancing different needs and priorities. Why coastal protection is a priority. Coastal areas are constantly under threat from natural processes like erosion and flooding. As sea levels rise and extreme weather events become more frequent due to climate change, these threats are becoming more severe. Coastal protection is essential to prevent the loss of land, property, and even lives. Many people live and work in coastal areas. Protecting these communities from the encroaching sea is a major concern for governments and local authorities. Without adequate protection, entire towns and cities could be at risk. Protecting the coast isn't straightforward, as different groups have different interests, which can often lead to conflicts. People who live on the coast are primarily concerned with protecting their homes and properties from erosion and flooding. They often support the construction of seawalls, groins, and other hard engineering solutions that can offer immediate protection. These structures can sometimes lead to negative effects on other parts of the coast, causing erosion elsewhere or damaging the natural beauty of the coastline. Tourism is a major industry in many coastal areas, and tourists want access to beautiful, natural coastlines with beaches and recreational facilities. They may oppose structures that make the coastline less attractive or limit access to the shore. The needs of tourists can conflict with those of residents and conservationists, especially if large developments or protective structures disrupt natural habitats or scenic views. Conservationists aim to preserve local habitats and protect wildlife, often advocating for more natural approaches to coastal management, like creating or maintaining wetlands, dunes, and managed retreat, allowing certain areas to flood naturally. These methods can sometimes be at odds with the immediate desires of residents or local businesses, who may fear property loss or reduced income from tourism. The government must consider the broader impact of coastal protection measures. An action that protects one area might worsen conditions in another, so decisions need to be made carefully to avoid unintended consequences. Local councils are responsible for looking after the interests of their communities. They have to balance the needs of residents, businesses, and the environment, often with limited resources. Coastal protection is incredibly expensive. Building and maintaining sea defenses like seawalls, groins, and flood barriers require significant investment. For example, seawalls can cost millions of dollars per kilometer to construct and maintain. Governments and local authorities often have to conduct cost-benefit analyses to determine whether the cost of protecting a certain area is justified by the value of the land and property at risk. This can lead to difficult decisions, particularly in less economically valuable areas. Managing the coast requires a delicate balance between protecting human settlements and livelihoods, preserving natural environments, and accommodating economic activities like tourism. This balancing act often leads to conflicts, as different groups have competing priorities. Ultimately, decisions on coastal protection need to be made with consideration for both immediate needs and long-term sustainability, recognizing that what benefits one group might negatively impact another. In summary, the coast is a valuable yet vulnerable area that requires careful management. Coastal protection is a complex and costly task, involving multiple stakeholders with different, often conflicting interests. The challenge for governments and local authorities is to find solutions that protect as much as possible while minimizing harm and ensuring that the coast remains a place where people can live, work, and enjoy nature for generations to come.